Hello all, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to IAmSpeed After Dark. Okay, no, not really. Twilight Adventure Series. And this is Nurse Hunting Step 2. So we're going over how to try to get to the Dark Nurse as quickly as possible. And Step 1 was to get your BC-10 team going because you're going to be doing a lot of missions related to BC-10. But there's some other missions that we're going to focus on today that you really need to be prepared for, because if you don't plan for them, you can get stuck for a while, and that slows down your getting the Dark Nurse. So the first thing we're going to do today is talk about Step 2, what missions you need to prepare for. And then we also have well over 200 summons, including right now 26 Twilights. And if we get any Dupe Nat 5s, we might be able to get close to 30 Twilights. So a lot of summons today. So let's talk about the first part. So I'm in the missions tab right now, and you see mission 42 is to join or create a guild. So as soon as you kind of got started in the game, you should start looking for a guild. I lead the Cube Guild right now, but we're basically at full right now, so we can't have any more people. But if you're interested in joining our guild at some point, feel free to go to our Discord and sign up and keep in touch with us that way. Gain 100 points, honor points in the arena. So you're going to have to create an arena farming team, and I'll show you mine in just a minute. We're going to talk through the rest of the missions first, but getting a good arena farming team that can get through things quickly is really important. Okay, so 106 is using 10 guild members support elements to fight. So not only do you have to be in a guild, but you actually have to be in a guild that's fairly active. So maybe the first guild you're in is not very active, and you won't have 10 guild members supports to use. So try to find a more active guild. I know that J-Gigs was working on an LD only guild, and I don't know what happened to that. So, but you could maybe ask in Channel 1 if there's any LD only guilds, and maybe you can join one of those. I just don't have time to run 2 guilds, so I can't do that. Successfully attack one enemy ship in guild Airship War. And at the time, I didn't really have my LD only in a guild, and so I had to wait a week. I had to join a guild and then get into a guild that was actually doing Airship War. So that's another reason to be in an active guild. You have to have enough people to do Airship and successfully attack. And so one of the other things I'll show you real quickly today is a couple of beginner Airship War offenses that can allow you to hopefully get that successful attack pretty easily. So 185 is gain 300 guild points. So if you're not in an active guild, or you're not in a guild at all, you can't pass that mission. So while you're continuing to improve your BC-10 team and work through these missions, get in an active guild where you can get Airship War victories, so then you can get guild points from that. And maybe if you're in a lower level guild that is still doing territory wars, you can get more guild points from that. So that's really important. So keep that in mind. So the last big one to keep in mind is 198, where you need to get 5 Illyriums through guild Airship War tally. That means you have to do enough Airship War victories during the week, or defenses, but as LD only, defense is hard to set up. You need to get it enough participation that you get 5 summons through the guild Airship War tally. And you can do that in 1 week, as long as you have a decent number of victories during the week. So again, I'll show you my Airship War offenses I started with, and you can probably just replicate those to start getting victories. So there are other missions to worry about, but those are the ones where you need to have a good arena farming team, and you need to have some Airship War, maybe even some territory war offenses to get victories so you can get guild points. So this is a free-to-play team. Dark Sharpshooter, Dark Steel Wings, Light Euryleon, and Dark Pumpkin. Dark Pumpkin sometimes is hard to get because it's just RNG and you won't pull them. You could use Light Hog Chef, which is given to you free by the game, instead of the Dark Pumpkin. It will still work. So we're just going to show you how this team works really quickly. So you'll just boost up, and then you use skill 2 on the Euryleon, And that stuns a lot of people, and also defense breaks them. So then you can use skill 3 on the Dark Steel Wings. That gets rid of, as long as we're not fighting a really hard defense. And then the Dark Sharpshooter can actually do pretty decent damage on one target. So you can generally get rid of most of the units in the first round. And that's actually a pretty good auto team. If you auto it, the units will basically do what you think they should do, use those skills. So that's my arena farming team, and that's pretty much all I use. Every once in a while I'll try harder defenses, but right now all I'm concerned about is getting arena points so that I can go into the shop and look in honor. And you can see my energy saving lamp, energy refiner, XP capsule improves are all maxed. Those are the first I did. And then I am slowly building up the speed ones for the Twisted Hourglass and the Void Sand. But unlike a regular account where I typically recommend focusing on speed only first, with an LD only account, you're not going to do amazing stuff in Arena or Territory Wars or Airship Wars until you get more summons. And one of the ways you do that is you complete more PvE content. So you don't need speed for that. You need HP, you need attack, you need crit damage, crit rate, defense, all of accuracy. So all of those should be your main targets before going after speed. So what I've been doing is I've been leveling up the ones that are all stats. So like Durable Cell gives everybody HP percent. So I've been leveling that up. And then I'm ignoring, since it's Twilight only, I'm ignoring any of the regular element ones. And I'm leveling up the light and dark ones too. And I'm basically going with whatever's cheapest. So I've got 472 points right now. Let's see. So, and I'm trying to level up the all stats ones at the same rate. So Durable Cell is level 3. Power Furnace is level 3. Nano Shell is defense, but that's not quite as important. Although that is, we're going to do defense. Defense helps out a lot in Abyss. So the more defense you have, the longer your team can survive, the more damage you can do. So we've upgraded that one. And so with an LD only account, Twilight only account, I would focus on all stats as you work on things. In guild, accuracy and luck are really important. I've been working on, I want to get crit rate up as high as possible, so I'm saving crit rate only, the combat board only goes up to level 5. So I'm saving up for that so I can finish that and get an additional 1% crit rate for everybody. And then I'll start doing some of the lower level ones. And then let's go into Airship. I think Airship is still active. It's Friday night. Yes, so we're up against Olympus right now. And you can see these are my two defenses, which are not really good. They're just kind of there. So I can participate in Airship. Let's see if my defenses even have wins recently. They may not. Okay, well, so my second defense, so Dark Archon is actually a really strong unit, and Dark Steel Wings is good too, and Dark Hard Chef is really good. So that's 10 and 35, which is not good, but we're at least getting wins with it. And obviously the other one is not. Let's see if we can hit this one. Not particularly worried about either of these. Let's see if this works. So obviously I have the Dark Nurse already, so this is not an offense that you could do until you get the Dark Nurse. Let's first stun this guy. And then we can Oblivion the White Queen. And Let's see if we can do some good damage on her. Good, and we increased our attack bar. Dark Dome is amazing. When you pull Dark Dome as an LD only account, you should be very happy. And I'm really hoping today I can actually pull a couple of copies of that, because she's just so good. She just stuns everything. So much turn denial. And there we go. So they didn't even get a turn. And we can just destroy. So this is actually really good offense. I use it in territory wars as well. But this would be a more typical offense that you could do early on. And now you're not going to have the Dark Archon, but he's a speed lead, 25% speed lead. You can use Dark Sharpshooter instead. Dark Sharpshooter, Dark Clockwork, and Pumpkin is a pretty decent Airship war offense. So we're going to boost up. We're going to use the Dark Clockwork to deny the puppet. Should stun her. There we go. And my Pumpkin is actually pretty fast and my Archon's pretty slow. So we're going to try to... There we go. We got a defense break on the tree Man-at-Arms, which was great. And then Dark Archon is actually a really nice unit. So we're going to get a defense break here. Dead. So now all they have left is one unit. Should be able to stun her. My Dark Clock is on high accuracy. Dark Clock is basically there to stun and do a little bit of extra damage. Okay, so we're going to try this one. We might fail on the first one. Dark Man-at-Arms can be pretty good. And the second one might be really fast, but we're going to try to outspeed it with the Pumpkin. But it's not fair to show you the Dark Nerk offense because you don't have her yet if you're an LD only account and watching this video, most likely. So the best beginning offense I can think of, I was using this earlier, is Light Sharpshooter for the 18% speed lead for Light. And then the Light Popo Rider. If you don't have the Light Popo Rider, this might be a little difficult. And then you can use the Light Hog Chef. And so what you do with this team is in fact, my Light Sharpshooter is fairly fast. She'll boost up the team even before the Light Hog Chef will. But so you boost up the team with the Light Sharpshooter, you boost your Light Popo Rider with the Hog, and you kill a unit. In fact, depending on how these look, we might even be able to just defense break with the Light Sharpshooter first. We'll have to see how fast they look. Because you do want to try to defense break things. Oh, they're pretty fast, so I can't do that. We're gonna have to boost up. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna see. I don't know. Well, we stunned him. That's good. But you know the water. Water Dr. Evil just got his heal in, so he's really good right now. He's probably going to be meta. Let's see if we can defense break. We got a defense break, so we should be able to kill now. Okay, so that's what you do with this team, is you defense break and kill with the Light Popo. We're not really damaged very much right now, so let's boost up the Light Popo again and try to see how much... Yeah, Dr. Evil doesn't have that much HP. So we should be able to, let's see, let's get rid of his reflect. And we can try to, well, we glanced because we had blind on. We got a defense break on, now we have an attack buff and we're not blinded. Should do pretty decent damage with skill 2, almost dead. And this is really partially a turn denial team. So with Light Sharpshooter boosting all the time, you can try to outspeed people. Now we got blind on him, try to put a defense break on, and then we boost up again. We have skill 3 back, And that's the end of Water Dr. Evil. You just auto from here. So anyway, that's a very recommended team for very early on in the Light and Dark Only accounts, is this team right here. It's got 2 heals, you've got a defense break, and you can one-shot things with the Light Popo. The gear on these monsters is really not that good, so you should be able to replicate this team very easily. Now we're just waiting for them. There we go, and that's the victory, and then we'll see. Yes, so we outsped. They used an attack lead for their bookworm, so that's dead, and then we can just try to get rid of the water and cannon. And there we go. So that's how that team works. And again, if you don't have the Dark Archon, Dark Sharpshooter is a great substitute there. Can even be slightly better than the Archon versus certain teams. So anyway, those are the Airship War offenses that I would recommend. And you can also use those in Territory Wars starting out. They can get wins. You just have to know what teams to use them against. So those are my recommendations for step 2 of going after the nurse. And now we're here for summons. I've been waiting almost 3 weeks for summons, and we're really hoping that we can get the Light Witch or the Dark Bookworm, because both of those look like they could be used to clear waves in BC10, which would really speed up my team. And you can see I'm actually at 211 out of 200 on Nat 5, so I actually have a 6.2% chance to get a Nat 5 now. And we're going to do a few powerful Illyrium because I can choose tree. And of the Nat 5s I have, they're all tree. So if I can get a tree Nat 5, that's my best chance of getting a dupe. So we're gonna pick tree, and we're gonna try these, and then if these don't work, we're gonna go for exclusives because we're over pity, so our chance of getting a Nat 5 should go up pretty quickly here. So here comes lightning. Of course, it's a powerful Mr. Barbarian. So he's new. Which is unfortunate because now we have our Nat 5 and it's not a dupe, so we can't get more Twilights from that. So, but that's okay. So we're at 0 out of 200 and we have 157 Illyrium. So we're just going to try to go through these quickly. And I might even cut some of this out. So now that we have another tree Nat 5, we're going to continue to save up our powerful Illyriums and save them for trees. So hopefully we can just keep getting a lot of tree Nat 5s and increase our chances of dupes. Didn't work this time, but that's okay. Another Sky Police. God, it would be great to get one of the lighter dark Sky Police. That'd be amazing. Comes another lightning. Plenty of lightning in this summon session. We're happy with that. Dark Ripper. The Light Ripper's pretty good. The Dark Ripper's kind of trash. So we're not... We're at 130 now. Oh, we got the Tree Wicked Witch. So at least we got one. Can't build her, can't use her. At least we broke the ice on that one. Maybe that means we can get the light or dark one. Definitely want the light one more. Okay, so now if we look at our rates now, we're at 157 out of 200, so we're not really close to getting a Nat 5. So we're not going to do any more. We're going to save the rest of our powerful Illyriums for when we're over pity, so that we can try to focus our Nat 5s. Like if we had not gotten anything from the powerful Illyriums for tree, I would have gone to exclusive Illyriums and try to get the Tree Dr. Evil, because we've already had him, so that'd be a dupe. But so save your powerfuls, save your exclusives until you're over pity on Nat 5s, and you can focus on the monsters you really want. So now we're going to take a quick break just to say hello to the guild. All right, so we're currently at 14 out of 18 pity on LD4s. and we have 26 Twilights. So on average, you should get an LD4 roughly every 18 pulls. So if we can quickly get one, hopefully we can get 2 Lightnings out of 26, and then we'll have 2 new toys, hopefully new toys. But what we're really after is the Light Bookworm and the Light Witch. And really, and we also really want the Light Pumpkin, because I can use him for a Death Lab team. He's really good in Death Lab. I haven't bothered with Death Lab yet. Love to pull him. We have all the Dark Nat 3s, and we have all the other Light Nat 3s except the Light Dome Fighter, who's good. I could use it, but Light Pumpkin and then Lightnings. That's what we're looking for. So here we go. Light Pumpkin, outstanding. And of course, and the other thing I'm looking for is really good IVs on my LD3s now. He's -1 on attack. That's not good, but he's new. I can work with that. That's a really nice pull. That makes. Oh, and there's the Light Dome Fighter. 2 new units in the first 2 pulls, and +2 defense, and that's what she does her damage off of. So hey, that's a good start. Ooh, and Lightning. Okay, what are we getting? Oh my god, it's a dupe! We have very few LD4s, and we just got a dupe. And it's not even good IVs, so... might keep that as a dupe for Territory Wars, I don't know. Because the IVs aren't horrible, it's only -1 defense, but... oh, it's so disappointing. Now we're back to 0 on pity. Okay, alright, well... let's see what else we can get here. Another Dark Pumpkin. IVs aren't bad on that, but we need Dark Pumpkin dupes for stacks, so that's fine. Dark Hog Chef with bad IVs. Light Sharpshooter with bad IVs. We can speed up our 2 Light Sharpshooter. There's another one with not good IVs, but those are for stacks. Okay, 18 left, and we're at 5 out of 18, so let's hope we can get one more Lightning, and it's something new. Ooh, Lightning, okay. What do we get? Dupe Dark Archon. Man, we only have like 3 LD4s, and we just got 2 dupes? That's harsh. Dark Popo Rider, Light Steel Wings, all these IVs are not very good. Dark Giant, it's not good IVs. Light Sharpshooter, we're getting a lot of those, which is good. I guess we can. Dark Dome Fighter, that's great. Bad IVs, but -3 defense is not horrible. We can make that work. So we needed another one of those for Territory Wars. That's good. Light Spider is new. I forgot. Yeah, we didn't have that one. So he might be useful for PvE. So we'll have to give that a shot. Dark Joker with 5 attack. That's good because I think my current one is -5 attack. So that's a good pull. Light Euryleon, it doesn't really matter that much. I don't use the Light Euryleon that much. It's a slightly better Hog Chef IVs. 8 left. Popo Rider with bad IVs. Light Hog Chef with 5 HP, that's not bad. I don't know what my current one is. Light Euryleon. Can we get one more Lightning? Or something with really good... I don't need another Light Sharpshooter. That's... I haven't counted, but that's like 4 or 5. Dark Steel Wings. Last one. Dark Clockwork with 4 defense, which I think is better Well, actually, I don't want him to be so squishy. His damage is all based on speed. So, but a dupe for him is good for territory wars. So it's really disappointing. I'd really hoped to get the Light Witch. I really wanted to build her 2 LD Lightnings, and they were both dupes. And before this summon session, we had a grand total of... So we re-rolled for the Light Mouse. And we had 2 other lights, so we got a dupe on one of the 3 we had, and the only LD4s we had were the Dark Archon and the Dark Dancer, and we got a dupe on 2. So that's very disappointing. But we got some new toys to work with. We've got the Light Pumpkin to build for Death Lab. The Light Dome Fighter can be used in Airship and Territory Wars. And we got some dupes for Territory Wars. So plenty to build. A little disappointed. But that's what happens with Twilight Only accounts typically. Once you get all the LD3s. I now do have all the LD3s. I think. And Light Spider might be able to help me get better damage in some of the Abyss. So we'll have to see how that works out. That's all I had planned for this video. I've got a lot of building to do. And so, make sure you're working on your missions for step 2 of the Dark Nurse, and I'll be back soon with step 3. So until the next video, see ya.